What's up, guys? Mikey in the building. Hope you guys had a great day. I'm going to do a recap on Bfrg, but before I do that, I want to talk about sizing. Okay, to me, I really believe sizing is everything, and every trade will be different. Okay, why? Why? Stocks are going to have spread, right? They might not have enough liquidity, and what I mean by that is I'll break it down. Right, the ability to get in and out, liquidity, and order flow. Okay. And then sizing is everything, and every trade will be different. Risk tolerance. If you can't understand how a stock is trading or the level two is, some of them have spreads, right? And the spread is, all right, there's a buyer or a bidder at $2 and the ask is at 220. That's a 20-cent spread. 20 cents. If you're like Mikey, sees a play, he wants to get in, buys the ask. Well, now I buy the ask and no more buyers step up. It pops up 220, 225, and I'm like, oh, like I don't want 5 cents. And I fail to realize the spread, and then all of a sudden when I see that the bidder's starting to get sold into or it's losing support, I sell mine, and now I'm down 20, 22, 25 cents per share off the rip, and it's like, whew, okay. So if I took 10,000 shares or 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares, right? I'm down $200. 10,000, 2K. Bad. All right, off the rip. And if I didn't understand that, that's where I failed right then and there. But if I saw that and I was like, you know what? I like this. I'm late to the play. I'm only gonna put on 1,000. Drops 10 cents, 20 cents, a couple $100. 500 shares, 20 cents, $100. Right? At least I am not going crazy. And now I'm not jumping into this panic or weird state of mind, because that's what happens, right? People get red and it's like frustrating, all right? Why does what does oversizing do? I had this huge list like big L's, you can blow up your account, you can kind of get all over the place, panic, this, that, and the third, but really, guys, it will destroy your focus. It destroys focus. Okay, what do I mean by that, right? I'll explain it to you, BFRG, in a few concepts, right? Okay, all right. Moving forward to you guys, I am changing the word size to risk from now on, and it's because it's this weird trend. I don't know. It's like everyone is like, let me see your size, let me see your prints, let me see this. It's like everyone's so focused on that, and it's crazy. So changing the word from size to risk. So yes, I only had a small risk on this. I had a lot of risk on that one. All right, moving forward. All right, breaking down BFRG. Let me get my notebook real quick. Sorry. Boom. Okay. Pretty much gonna have all these lines on here again, but until then, okay. BFRG. Okay. Um, Really quick too. I have to just do a big shout out to AB. Okay. Definitely, I can see the shift in the room, and it's amazing. Okay. Um, the reason why I say I see the shift in the room because I changed it. I'm making sure that the focus is on one particular thing now, right? Rather than all over the place. So it was amazing to kind of prepare to trade because I had a couple stocks on watch, AVTX, a couple other ones that were looking like they were setting up or kind of had this look. And right away, AB was like, hey, this stock has that look. And, he's right. This is a stock that has this consolidation. It's opening up with a small gap. All right. To me, this was a weak open, right? And the reason why I say it's weak is because, guys, if you look right here, this is where the previous low was. If this stock wants to break out of this or break down and make new lows, it is going to be obvious, right? Like, if you see a stock like AVTX, okay, look at this breakdown, okay? Wow. Just in general, right? This is a breakdown. It's breaking down, consolidates, breaks down, consolidates, breaks down, right? This is low a day, breaks down, consolidates, and just like, what does this thing do? Wow. Makes new more lows, okay? So when I'm looking at these names as a long and it's, the beginning of the day, right? I don't write it off. I want to watch this, right? I'm not playing high day things or anymore. It's crazy. Like, yeah. Okay. So when this was setting up, he was like, "Hey, watch like this fits." I'm like, "Wow, you're right." Okay, there's so many amazing signals in this. Okay, I'll start breaking it down. I had 319 on this one, guys. All right. When I talk about sizing, sizing is everything. Once I watch this pull in, look where we're setting up on the daily. Again, if this is going to break down and dump, it is going to do it. If you guys are paying attention to level 2 and utilizing it more and better, you're going to see when breakdowns and backside plays how the ask is being used. Right? It gets heavy, a wall will pop up, more walls will pop up, hidden buyers, right? You'll see a 1, okay? And yes, maybe someone's having hidden orders and you just see a bunch of prints and they're hiding their orders and that's all taking place, okay? But over here, it is not, okay? And when this was setting up, what do we have on today? 31 mil, right? Relatively, that's a lot. Okay. 54. Okay. Um, but relative volume, it was about 12, 13 mil when it was down here, and it was just the beginning of the day. Okay, so to me, if this was going to break down, it was going to do it. It was going to do it fast, or potentially fake out and then do it, but it didn't. Okay. What's really important to me right here is something that we keep going over: volume profile, and kind of understanding it and comparing it. To me, these are kind of weak breakdowns. This is a weak breakdown, all right? 240,000, all right? The stock has about 10 mil in the day. Why does it only have 240,000? Okay, but what's really important, guys, is the reaction off this. I think what a lot of traders keep doing is they just go ahead and attack, attack, attack instead of watching something and then react. You know, Jay Rutt does a really great job with that, and it's why those short patterns he goes over are successful and why he understands manip, right? It's waiting for something to happen and then see the reaction, right? Initiation, no follow through. Short, right? Depending on where it is. Super important where the context is on the chart, right? Okay. This starts to break down and then it consolidates. Just look at the selling. There's pretty much no more selling. And why is this breakdown candle not as much as this one, volume wise? Okay. Now, as this is doing, right, I don't see any consolidate or heavy ask or hidden sellers or anything like that. Now, all right, I don't take this trade until it gets over here. All right. I waited. I started to get an understanding of the tape. And then if you see this, it started to be whippy. All right. If you're watching this, it was like very quick. Like if you bought this, it just dumped right away. And like, oh, you're thinking it's going to break out. You add, and then it dumps. Okay. I mentioned something to the guys in my room, right? And it's literally this right here. Right after. Okay. It's insane. All right, guys. This is not a scalper's chart. Holding 319s. And I only have the daily up, but I wanted to just point out some obvious levels. All right. And everyone's tracking and everyone knows what's going on. Okay. So as this happens, right, this dumps right here, and this is why I mention it. This is not a scalper's chart. Okay. I really want to see this. This is so important to me to see reclaim on level 2 and how it does it, right? Really important. Once I see this through 25 reclaim, I am like, game on, okay? This is a super important candle to me right here too, because not only is it above our 325, all right, we have a nice indecision doji on the one with tape, and I explain that over and over, and we go over this too on Sundays. Like, it's phenomenal, okay? These are some signals that I'm seeing, okay? There's a nice one right here too. Yep, I had that on the note, okay? Very important for continuation or a sense of direction, what's going on. So once I saw this hold, and I saw buyers re-step back in, we're not breaking this 328, right? But look what happens right here. Super important. Okay? They try to stuff this. It's a false breakdown. Look what this does. Okay? Wow. Right? So, once this happens, what do you think happens if anybody who's shorting or is on the opposite side of this starts to create fear? Why is it not breaking down? Uh-oh. I try to short this, I'm shorting it, blah, 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 whatever the case is. I don't know why or who or what. But all I know is that this is not breaking down. This is keeping me in the trade. I have 319s. I wait to see what happens after this. I'm not hitting the panic button and selling it. Holding a core. Holding my core. Right? Now, of course, you take some you scale along the way and you test some things and, you trade your plan, whatever it is. Okay? To me, these are obvious levels. Right? Here's 358, guys. This is our daily pivot. It's obvious. It's literally right here. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Look what the tape does right here. Okay? But look what it does as this. First of all, after this false breakdown happens, we start re-entering this area. And what does it do? Busts through it, pulls back, continues, and we start cranking out bigger levels over here. Okay? I will not lie to you guys. $4 was a really next big target for me. I got filled on the ass with this one, which was nice. Literally just selling to the bids, but I put a wall up and I got someone who bought it who was crazy enough to buy up against fours. But a great trade. Okay, because look, levels are getting taken out. The tape is strong now. Okay, well, Mikey, I did something completely different this time. I did not hold barely any left on this one because it's up only, a very aggressive push up. Okay, there's a huge tape flip right here. Okay, and then for the rest of the day, this trapped, created lower highs, which I told everyone. I'm like, hey, if you're going to trade this one, be aware if Bfrg puts in a lower high and traps, and boom, does that, dumps, and everyone's like, and it's not like it's crazy. It's just, I mean, really taking consideration of who you want to learn from and who you surround yourself with. Okay, so, dude, thanks, Jay. Again, just learned a lot from that kind of stuff, and appreciate it. Right. All right, guys. This is Bfrg again. Femi, AVTX guys. Right, Mikey. Why are you not interested in this? I was in the beginning, but guys, this is again. I want to touch up really quick. This is a different daily now. Wow. Okay, it's not crazy if you think about it and just take a chill. Before I was trading something like this, gapping up, or this is a gap up, this is above. Okay. Super interested. This is continuation, depending on how it's set up. But now this is coming, and now this is a different setup. We are opening on the daily into this gap area. Okay, unless you got some really fantastic reads, and yeah, you could have got 3 cents, but okay, this is what I'm starting to get at, is like the range on these was there. It's very fast, and it's very harsh. I'm not trying to. I kind of want to get into a position that has more range and sets up differently. To me, this was a great opportunity to again liquidate for the sell pressure, right? It's this liquidity. It's another look at this. Hype it up, hype it up. Oh, it's going to fill the gap at 29, blah, blah, blah. Potential. Yeah, of course, we always want this as a long. Or when you buy anything, right? You want it to go high, and when you short something, you want it to go low. It's common sense, I hope. I think. All right, but that doesn't happen, okay? Once we open up, this dumps, rejects pretty hard, right? And then this aggressively trades in a 1-minute channel all the way up, and then a huge tape flip happened back into the area that it was trying to reclaim. See, it's trying to reclaim this area, but now it has no more support, no big bidders, nothing. Stock fades. So that's why my focus wasn't like, it was there, but at the same time, it's like the whole setup's different now, right? So, I haven't been trading these, but I know that these are not working as well for the long hold that I've been working on, or a different type of setup where I can get a bigger return. Okay, Femi, real quick, guys, another one too. Small size on this one. I know the boys, they crushed it, and they hopefully they got this whole move and more. I unfortunately had to leave for my appointment today, so yeah, only had a only had a couple thousand shares, small risk anyways, right? A big thing that I've been working on, and right at BFRG, it's like, well, I had a lot of risk, but when I come in late and I've already traded BFRG and I caught this move and I'm entering here. Well, okay, real quick, this daily's up here, guys. It's not what I'm trading every day again. It's a different type of tape. So I wanted to make sure I'm mitigating my risk because if they don't work out, I want to mitigate it. And yeah, we got a nice move out of this. I had 117s and I did not catch any of this at all. In fact, I was leaving and I had to sell from my phone, and I basically should have just sold it right here when I had to leave. It's basically what I'm getting at because it's very insane on this one, and there's so much more. Hey, the guy who called me out on Bookmap, thank you. Uh, we have a lot to review today off Bookmap and go over this because it was clear. It's clear as day. All right, all right. Much love, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you tomorrow.